These 5-minute radio programs were recorded in 2021 by Jim McDonald for broadcast by KDET in Center, Texas. We hope you'll benefit from these and share them with others.
Two radically opposite views were held about Jesus in his day. The same two views exist today. One view held that Jesus was the one promised by Moses and the prophets. The other held that Jesus was a fraud and imposter. Obviously, both views cannot be right. It has been 2,000 years since Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Can the truth be learned today about Jesus? We believe it can. Philip told Nathanael, "We found him of whom Moses in the law and the prophets wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph." Nathanael was skeptical and asked, "Can any good thing come out of Nazareth?" To which Philip only said, "Come and see." To his credit, Nathanael was willing to listen to Jesus, who met him with these words, "Behold, an Israelite indeed in whom is no guile." John 1:47. Jesus' words startled Nathanael, and he asked Jesus, "Rabbi, whence knowest thou me?" Jesus told Nathanael that before Philip had called him, "When thou wast under the fig tree, I saw thee." Nathanael was amazed and said, "Thou art the Son of God. Thou art the King of Israel." Philip said Moses and the prophets had written about Jesus. The only way Philip could have known that was to take what Moses and the prophets prophesied about him, who was the seed of Abraham, and then compare those things with Jesus. Let us look at some of the things the prophets had written about him, who was the seed of Abraham. First, the one who is the seed of Abraham would be of the seed of David. Two genealogies of Christ are recorded, one in Matthew and the other in Luke. And while one and both have different men that are in the lineage of Jesus, David is in both lists. Jesus was identified as being from the lineage of David by Zechariah, whose wife Elizabeth was Mary's cousin. Luke 1:36. Luke 1:6-9. Jesus was generally acclaimed by the multitudes as of David's family. And even a Gentile woman said of him, "O Lord, thou son of David." Matthew 15:22. Jesus was a descendant of David, but then so were thousands of others. The prophets who said of the Messiah said he would be born in Bethlehem. Micah in chapter 5:2 wrote, "But thou, Bethlehem Ephrathah, who art little to be among the thousands of Judah, out of thee shall come one forth unto me that is to be ruler in Israel." The place of the Messiah's birth was so well known that when wise men came from the east to seek him whom they said was born, and inquired, "Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, are come to worship him." The scribes had a better answer to give them. The Messiah will be born in Bethlehem. The Messiah was to be a speaker in parables, Matthew 13:35, Psalms 78:2. And of course, it was predicted he would be born of a virgin, Isaiah 7:14. And of Jesus, the Holy Spirit tells us that he was, Matthew 1:15-20. When prophecies were spoken about Jesus, which many might have fulfilled, still there were many prophecies that were of such detail they could be fulfilled by only a special person. Some of those could only be fulfilled through the working of a miracle, such as the virgin birth. Perhaps the greatest number of prophecies that are most compelling are those that surround his betrayal, death, and resurrection. Those will be discussed tomorrow. But now consider two prophecies about Jesus' betrayal. The Messiah was to be betrayed by a close friend, Psalms 41:9. The amount of money that betrayer would receive for his betrayal also was predicted by Zechariah. Study with us tomorrow as we identify Jesus of Nazareth as the seed of Abraham, who would prove to be a blessing to all the families of the earth.